President Biden, when he was a candidate, said there will not be another foot of wall constructed in my administration.
Yeah.
So what changed?
We are not finishing the wall.
What is the plan?
We are not finishing a wall. We are cleaning up the mess that the prior administration made. We are trying to save lives. This is what the prior administration left behind that we are now cleaning up.
By finishing the wall, is this?
We are not finishing the wall.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And did you happen to go to grade school with that one really obnoxious kid? Somebody who would raise and flap their stupid arm around to get in an irrelevant opinion or completely incorrect answer to every single question, every single time? You had to bite your tongue and roll your eyes and sit through their stupidity when everyone could have mercifully gone on with their lives peacefully and without the burden of pesky insanity?
By finishing?
We are not finishing the wall.
By filling in, is this racist?
Well, that's exactly what every person in the room feels who suffers the company of Fox's own Peter Doocy. This guy is a partisan hack if there ever was one. He comes in with a laundry list of stupid, totally false, right-wing talking points to push at every opportunity, ramming square pegs into round holes obnoxiously in otherwise intelligent conversation, because that's Peter Doocy's MO.
I'm just having a hard time understanding how this is any different.
I'm not even sure how you get to your first question, to this question that you just asked me. I will say this, a border wall, I'm answering your question. A border wall is ineffective use of taxpayer dollars. So it's ineffective of taxpayer dollars that actually went to the military, that the last administration, the prior president, took from the military, which took away from schools, which took away from military bases. That's what that money that he pulled away from to build this wall that he wanted, that is ineffective, by the way, which I just said. Just recently, CBP reported that new bollard fencing along the southwest border was breached 3,272 times between fiscal year of 2019 and 2021, requiring $2.6 million in repairs. It's ineffective. We are not finishing a wall. We are cleaning up the mess that the last administration made. Okay.
And when this jackaloon opens his mouth, everybody's hands come flying to their face in an epic facepalm and instant Tylenol moment. Why any competent adult should have to endure amusing Doocy's asinine quips is a tragedy indeed, but such is the current state of American politics. If you've got enough money, you can be a player at the table no matter how ridiculous your arguments are. And while Fox News and the Republican political machine are completely absent on many things, such as facts, one thing they are never short on is money. And so Fox News gets their airtime. They get to move the political conversation to the extreme and the absurd. And we all have to endure the idiotic, annoying gnat that is Peter Doocy. He gets to ask his stupid little questions because it's all part of the propaganda scheme the big money of the far right is strategically pushing. Fortunately, we've had some press secretaries take on Doocy and school him as the half-wit twit that he is, most famously Jen Psaki. Now that obligation falls to the new White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, and she did a heck of a job putting Doocy in his place in this clip. Folks, this is the challenge we've got to figure out how to overcome in our politics. It should never be about who gets the most airtime, who shouts the loudest, or who plays theatrics and creates the biggest scene. It should be about who has the best argument, who has analyzed the facts most thoroughly and proposed the most rational solution. But thanks to Fox News, facts and rationality only get half the airtime anymore at the most. The far right has acknowledged that facts and reason will never be on their side, and they found a way to circumvent that truth. Put on a show, whine, cry, throw a fit, get angry, get emotional, put on a scene. It's no different of a strategy than that of pre-adolescent children, but with the power of their money, they make it work. The right banks on manipulating people through their primal vices, fear, anger, and rage. Just look at how Trump got hordes of MAGA maniacs to siege the capital of their very own government in an attack against their very own democracy, to win a victory for a fascist dictator under the premise of an idiotic, baseless lie. The right banks on manipulating people through their primal vices, fear, anger, and rage. Just look at how Trump got hordes of MAGA maniacs to siege the capital of their very own government in an attack against their very own democracy, to win a victory for a fascist dictator under the premise of an idiotic, baseless lie. That's that's their strategy, because it must be their strategy. It's the only pathway. Peter Doocy is never going to raise his stupid little arm and respond with a sound argument, because one does not exist. Doocy is never going to respond with honesty, intellectual coherence, or even basic facts. Peter Doocy will work within the bounds of what he is given: lowbrow primal lies, cons, and manipulations. We can all just hope that one day people will wise up to those facts. One day they will look at this annoying pest Doocy and see the sham that he represents and simply come out and say, we won't waste our time with your stupidity or your lies any longer. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.